he tries to like trap me. Go ahead and do a technique. So yeah, he's go ahead and do that. See, we just sink him.
Yes.
See, he's got a little bit of structure. He's not letting me get the center line. He's not letting me get in on him like this. So as soon as that happens, like this, see, sink him. I have to find something. That's different, right? But maybe I attack, boom, right? See, then we sink him. Boom. This thing just vanishes. So he expects to have a mud cow right here, right? And it's like, oh, it disintegrates.
Yeah.
And then, boom, come again. See, like this.
Yeah.
Punch. So, see? What happened now? Thank you for helping me. So you guys are getting the hang of sinking. So some of the things I saw that help people is don't try to drop your body weight. Don't actually go down with your body. Just have the feeling of sinking. Okay. What I want to show is sinking is super useful in application. Put your hands up, right? We might be in a middle range of fighting, and I'm trying to like, boom, boom, boom. We're doing some trapping or some chi style type of situation. Okay. As soon as he has any kind of stiffness, I can sink him. So we're here like this. He tries to like trap me. Go ahead and do a technique. So yeah, he's go ahead and do that. See, we just sink him.
Yes.
Or come again. I come forward and you see he's got a little bit of structure. He's not letting me get the center line. He's not letting me get in on him like this. So as soon as that happens, like this, see, sink him. So super useful in fighting. As soon as he gives me something, come again. When he's not giving me anything, then I have to find something. That's different, right? But maybe I attack, boom, right? See, then we sink him. Boom. So when you get used to it, you can make use of it very, very easily, and it's very, very effective. Or he pushes into me. He wants to pin me down, right? Boom, and then hit me with his other hand or something like that. So do something like that. So you pin and he hits like that. This kind of situation, right? He goes, see, sink. So sinking is very, very useful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You want to try it real quick? So we just cross arms with me, and I have a little bit of structure. I don't let you come in. I keep my center line. When you feel that, right? Then just sink. Yeah, that's it. That was really good, actually. You did that better than the pushing one for some reason. Yeah, with that one, you're sort of trying to pull back on me. You don't have to pull back. See, we're here like this. See?
Oh, okay, straight shot. Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool how you can use this. You give me a punch, and I've blocked, right? I checked this, right? But if it's kind of strong, right? It's kind of strong here. Then we just sink that, and then we can strike. So you can apply this in all kinds of ways. You could use it in a clinch. You could use it in trapping and so forth. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Any questions?
Yeah, it's almost like creating a false barrier.
A false barrier, yes.
And then you disappear. You take away that obstacle.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
You're correct. So that's you're adding on one advanced concept on top of this, but you're totally right. So you have this expectation that we're going to meet this barrier, like you said, right? And then it's going to disappear. And then when it disappears, it's replaced by the sinking. And that's what breaks your balance. So let's come again at speed. So you take your guard, see? And I have my guard, and I come here and I cross arms with you. And when I do, you expect to prepare for that, something like that. But what ends up happening is this happens. So you meet emptiness. There's there's funny classical sayings in Tai Chi. It's like it feels like throwing a mud cow into the ocean. A cow made of mud into the ocean. Yeah, this is Chinese humor. Ancient Chinese humor. What happens to a cow made of mud thrown in the ocean?
It disintegrates.
Yeah, it disintegrates, it just vanishes. So he expects to have a mud cow right here, right? And it's like, oh, it disintegrates.
Yeah.
And then, boom.
It looks like different gradations of yin and yang or binary.
Yes.
So like if you look at the I Ching, it's like there's an empty space and it moves through either closer to yin or yang, and it's almost like depending upon the force met,
Yeah.
it's the answer,
Yeah.
which is in the force.
Right. So this is one of those intellectual mode things, but he's right. There's
Sorry.
there's actually a term for it in the Yang family. It's called, I think it's called hinging, like a door hinge, hinging jin. So we make this contact, and this force is coming through right here. So I'm gonna come closer a little bit. Come closer, camera person. So I'm gonna create a hinge right here. So this is like a swinging door, like this. And so he pushes here, so this swings over like that. But I don't mean that I'm just gonna go around and flip over him, something like that. But he has some force. So the hinge goes, and then now it's empty, and then the sinking comes over that. And so that's very disorienting. So come again, see, there's nothing, and then we sink, and then we go. So it has to do with where the contact is, and that becomes a hinge. If you punch me, like this, okay. So his forces goes into my hand. So we could have a hinge right here, and then my hand would flip like that, okay? So and see, nothing happens if I do that. He's just trying to punch through my hand. But that makes this side, the one he pushed on, the empty part, and this will become the substantial part. Insubstantial, substantial. That's your binary yin and yang transition. And then from here, I'll apply the chi, the quality. So punch again, see, like this. How was that?
You weren't there.
Yeah.
I felt the hinge, but it was like an empty space.
Yeah.
Like it was the structure of the thing.
Yeah.
But the thing wasn't there.
Right. So you felt the structure of the thing, but there's nothing there. You've probably had this experience where you lean on your chair at your office desk or something, and you lean on a chair, and you forgot it's a rolling stool, rolling chair, and you're like, whoa, right? You've had that kind of experience. Or you lean on a door, and it's actually ajar, and the door swings, and then you go. So, or it's like you're pushing a revolving door, like those nice doors at a bank or something like that. So you're pushing in like that, and then it hinges, and then now this is insubstantial. He's chasing it, but the substantial is actually here. I connect, and I drop the sinking jin through there or something like that. So go ahead and punch me. Yeah, good. That's good. So you want to test that you're punching well. Come again. See, like this.
Yeah.
So this is actually a little bit from a later topic, from E mastery, the ways of using E that we'll explore later. But it's a pretty fascinating concept. So I dropped sinking into your hand, and you felt that disorientation, right? But you can do all kinds of different things. Punch, or not all kinds. We could do other things. Punch. See? What happened there?
It's the same thing, but reverse.
Yeah. Well, that time I hinged over and I put lightness into you. So instead of going there, you went whoop, and I caught you and sent you back. So this is going to be an E mastery. Pretty interesting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I look forward to teaching all of you that. But for now, I want you guys to understand the float and the sink, because that is the foundation of the yin and yang energy work in Tai Chi. And now that you saw that, how you can use it, we could just touch, we just sink someone and go. Or you can punch me, we deflect, we can sink someone and we can go. Pretty useful, right?
Yes.
Or even if even if you're like kicking me, you can block the kick, you can sink the kick and like lose your balance. I don't want to get full lead, so we'll do that another time,
Okay.
but you get the idea. Any questions? Any questions from you guys? Yes.
So when you have changing your yang to yin,
Yeah.
that inside,
Yeah.
here is neutral, but
When we're hitting, okay, so the question was, when he punched me, and I'm gonna switch to like either the floating yang or sinking yin, but when he's hitting me, is it neutral or something? So you could be neutral, but actually tactically, strategically, what you would maintain a state of Peng. And the state of Peng is the sinking down the middle and floating up the outside at the same time, so that they establish a circuit, that donut circuit that I discussed before. And so that circuit is able to run passively. So I'm not thinking yang or yin, float, sink. I'm not thinking it's just a passive circuit. But the combination of which, because the outside of the donut is upwards and yang, right, and floating, it has a more of an upward feel. So that means, so when he just punches me, go ahead,
Oh, yep.
punch. There's generally, it's a slight upwardness that I'm receiving with. Let me give another illustration. So I'm gonna flex my muscles and just punch my chest. Punch me a little hard, yeah. Ugh, yeah, like that. So go again. This is me flexing my muscle. Okay. I'm just flexing my muscle like that. That's one kind of thing. Now, if I relax and establish a donut, come again.
It came back to me.
You felt it back into you?
Yeah.
I don't know if the angle is good, but the shoulder rises, feet rises up off the ground. that's a little bit of the Peng force, the Peng experience going to you just passively. It only happens if I'm relaxed and let it run passively. If I'm thinking about flexing, thinking about leaning into them, that all kind of messes it up. So that's the neutral passive state of Peng that we're going to train shortly. I'm not advising you train Peng and just let people punch you. That's not a smart technique. And also it's no good if they have a knife or something like that. But I just want to illustrate how it affects force and how it's a passive thing. And it's everywhere in your body. Like you punch my back or something. Yeah.
Just
yeah. I'm gonna brace into it for a second. Go. Yeah. So that's me flexing. That kind of hurts.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I hurt you often enough. It's only fair, right? So punch again. So that's the passive floating bounce feel of the Peng. So that's what we should be in if you're a Tai Chi master. Is a neutral donut Peng. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so it depends on what comes to you. The flow is going.
No. The flow is always down the center and up the outside. That's the circuitry for Peng. It's always like that. And then what you do to them afterwards depends on how you interacted with them. Yeah.
I felt like the second punch on the back, you shook different.
I shook different. Well, I was definitely more relaxed instead of like flexing and leaning into
It was
you.
like an odd, it was like a
Yeah, that's
different kind of dispersion.
It's an automatic thing that the body does because I'm trying to like not think about it at all.
It almost felt like a rippling effect, like a,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like a, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll train it. Are you looking forward to us just punching each other over and over until you get it right?
Certain part of me, yes. I don't know. There are other parts of me, no, not really. But
All right, we'll deal with it. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, I just want you to see how syncing can be used. So try that with your partner briefly. Just one person keeps their arm up, right? And then you feel the structure, and then you just sync through that, and then you can bounce them back a little bit, okay? All right, let's play with that. Thank you for your help. Enjoy your practice.